Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another Honkai Star Rail video. Now, the CN official Honkai Star Rail account has updated the kit for Silverwolf, so let's take a look at how strong she is now compared to the closed beta, and why I think she is going to be a meta changer in the game and a future-proof unit that's going to be insane. Alright, and not only can she debuff and apply new weakness breaks to the enemy, she actually has the potential to be ultra strong damage dealer. So let's take a look. So initially, this is the character breakdown. It's a quantum type nihility character. She has the unique ability to apply new weaknesses to the enemy, as well as lower the enemy defense with the ultimate. And of course, every time she attacks, she is able to apply a bug, which in turn can lower the attack, defense, or speed. So that is the character introduction here. Alright, let's take a look at her traces. Now, she's got 3 that, of course, every character gets. The first one is increase the bug duration. And every time the enemy gets weakness broken, there is a chance for the Silverwolf to implant an additional random bug. So we already know the bug is either going to be attack down, defense down, or speed down. Now, Silverwolf, her kit synergizes really well. She's going to be able to help you break the enemy a lot easier. And when she does that, she's going to debuff the character. So this is a very nice first trace. Now, the second trace is when she uses her skill, the weakness, duration of the weakness implanted by Silverwolf is increased by X amount of turns. So now in CBT, the previous CBT, the weakness implantation lasted for 3 turns. So if we can last 3 turns with this, or even 4 turns, I think that's going to be absolutely insane. Because if you have Silverwolf as a support debuffer, if this lasts for 3 turns, that means all the other additional turns you'll be able to use normal attacks and whatnot and just generate skill points, which we all know if you run Silverwolf, for example, with Seele or even QQ at E6 QQ, it's going to be super skill point heavy, right? And the more downtime or uptime of the of this debuff and the downtime of her needing to apply it means that she's going to be freely able to use her normal attacks and generate that skill point for the allied team, which is fantastic. So duration increase for the weakness implementation is fantastic. Now, her last trace is when she uses her skill, if the enemy's number of debuff is greater than a certain amount, then the skill will decrease the enemy's... This is all types of resistance. Wow. Wow, that's insane. So basically, when she uses her skill, if there's more than X amount of debuffs, then the all type resistance will be decreased. That's... oh my goodness. That is really good. That means your entire team will be able to do more against the enemy. So if she has defense down on her ultimate, as we say here, plus more all type resistance, this will enable pretty much all of the comps, right? This is a very fantastic way, allowing her to be run not in just mono quantum later on, but also other teams. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at the materials required. So the gears, I'm actually missing these, so I need to get these. I'm not sure what these are called, but I'm definitely going to start pre-farming for her, so that when she comes, I will be able to raise her to the max. So this is the normal attack with the blade. Very cute. I don't think there's anything special about this, but okay, let's take a look. Oh, let's take a look at the battle skill. So a great chance to apply a weakness to the enemy target, and that weakness is based on a random allied character. And of course, the enemy also gains resistance down to that weakness. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is crazy. This is really, really good. As we already know, you can apply this new weakness, right? But I didn't know about having the resistance down. So resistance down, if you guys know about Seele's kit, Seele has a quantum resistance down, which makes her do extra damage, right? Now, this applies an additional resistance down. If it stacks, Seele's stocks keeps going up. Now, if the enemy is already weak to that typing, then they will not apply, okay, that resistance down. Fine. And each enemy can only be applied with one additional weakness. Okay, so you can't just run like different units and apply 4 different weaknesses. And every time Silverwolf applies a new weakness, it overrides the previous one, and there's a greater chance to decrease the target's all resist again. Oh my good. And then it also deals quantum type damage. Wow, this is basically the core of her skill, right? She applies this new weakness, reduces the enemy's damage resistance to that weakness type, so allowing your team to do an insane amount of damage. And this is what I mean by basically mono teams with Silverwolf is going to be so meta changing, simply due to the fact that you can run the same exact team across all content, because you don't need to worry about weakness break, and she amplifies your entire team's damage to that character. To that enemy, especially in a huge boss fight, right? Because everyone is doing the weakness break affinity damage to that unit. That is really good. I mean, that, like I've said, it secures the longevity of the character, and she will only get better as the game goes on. Now, this is the ultimate. We've seen the animation from the character PV applies. There's a great chance of applying a single target enemy defense down, and it deals quantum damage. Okay, so we already know defense down is fantastic. That's why Pela has been used previously a lot. I don't think she's used that much now, but in comparison, I mean, Silverwolf is just providing so much. If she's got defense down on her ultimate, she's got this new quantum break, damage resistance down, typing resistance down. We can see that she has the capability of becoming damage dealer, if not at the very least making your own main damage dealer that has the weakness break insane. Okay, so this is her combat technique. So this is outside of the damage. Oh, so this talent, never mind, this is talent. So Silverwolf can apply attack down, defense down, or speed down bugs, and every time Silverwolf attacks, there is a chance. Oh, so this is separate from the trace, because previously we talked about the trace in which, you know, you can apply a bug when you weakness break the enemy, right? But this talent allows her, every time she attacks, she has the ability of type bug, so you can easily get 2-3 bugs up, max 3, attack down, defense down, and speed down. Wow, this is fantastic. I wonder how this how long this lasts, but it's gonna be the minimum 2 duration, because base 1 turn, right, plus the traced that increases by 1 turn, so it's base 2 turns. If it's 3 turns as well, similar to the previous CBT, I think that would be really broken. Now, this is their technique outside of combat. Immediately attacks the enemy, so it's a non-swapping technique, so you can swap to another character. When entering battle, deals quantum type damage to all enemies, and inflicts weakness bar break regardless of the enemy type. Okay, wow. So she'll do quantum type damage. I'm gonna assume if the enemy is quantum weak, she'll do bonus. But even if the enemy is not quantum weak, she will be able to take a chunk of the break gauge away. And if she inflicts weakness break, then she will be able to apply the, this is the entanglement, the quantum type weakness break effect. So you start the fight basically with, I would say, half, right, of the enemy, if not more, of the enemy's break gauge gone, and it doesn't even matter if the enemy is weak to it. Wow, this is really good. Okay, so this is the mini story after. Something about, yeah, I'm not sure what this is about, but okay, my final thoughts on her. I honestly think she is a meta-defining unit. Maybe not at release, but for sure, as we start being able to build a mono quantum, and even if it's just 2-2, her plus Sele plus 2 other units that have the same typing, right? You always have 2 people that will be able to break the boss due to this new weakness addition. And we already know Fu Xuan is going to be a quantum type tank. basically we just need a +1, and this mono mono quantum team you'll be able to use across all content, because that is going to be broken. Salio will be one of the best units, and if you add Bronya to it, and of course their pairing is really good. Now we don't see the Eidolon unfortunately here, but I mean, 6th of June we'll be able to see how broken the Eidolons are. But so far, I know a lot of people are saying, you know what, skip, go for Locha, because you need a healer. He dispels, he removes debuffs and all that stuff, so it's a very fantastic, and I completely agree. So for the free-to-play players, it's going to be a very hard decision deciding between Silverwolf or Locha. I think Locha is also one of those units that looks future-proof in terms of he has so much going in his kit. But I cannot turn away from the ability to just brainlessly run a Quantum or any typing solo and allowing me to apply that weakness break and just steamroll through the enemy. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, we'll have a lot of information about her coming up, but this is the entire CN translation in terms of what her skill kit does. And yeah, it's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye now.